Yo, what's going on? Alex here with an update on my short story project starring Lex Astro, my original character. In the last episode, I mentioned that I wasn't too sure about using the screen for the expressions of my robot character. It felt like a cheap solution to making it expressive, and I just wanted something more mechanical, something more classically Star Wars. So I began exploring some other ideas, messing around with different layouts of eyes, and especially exploring some asymmetrical designs, which I think adds a lot of character, and a friend recommended me to try it. So yeah, I eventually got to this layout, which I quite liked, with one eye that's larger, mostly static, and the other being smaller and able to rotate around a bit more. But I didn't want the larger eye to be completely static. I wanted some way of it to look around and blink. So I did some searching, and I found this aperture geometry node setup that allows you to shrink the aperture, move it around, and I installed it into the rig, and I really loved it. And while I was at it, I added some controls and bones for the eyes, and also for the wings. Added two different pivot points, so now I can rotate them from the front or the back, depending on the animation. And I also had the idea here to rig the face to move independently from the body. And this is really cool. I think it really helps when the face of the character can be rotated or directed towards something other than the body, and you get these way more sort of expressive movements that are possible. So that was really fun. That being said, I wasn't in love with the face just yet. I wanted to push the design a bit further. I ended up just completely ripping the design of BD1's right eye, and then I also added a faceplate to interrupt the smoothness of the face. And this was starting to feel pretty good. So now the design's starting to feel pretty good, and I decided to bring it into Substance Painter to start doing some material work. But first, I cleaned up the topology and UV mapped it. In Substance, I used these arcane-inspired smart materials that I bought off of ArtStation, and then I painted in some surface details here and there, and this is what it ended up looking like. So what do you think? Do you prefer the screen or the mechanical approach for the expressions? Let me know in the comments. Next up, I'll be finalizing the designs of the lower wing, deciding if I want to include some arms for it or the blaster design. And I've also been sculpting the character model for the young Lex Astro in ZBrush, so yeah, follow me along for the journey, and you'll be seeing those real soon. Thanks.